Good morning, you motherfuckers. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, people? I'm gonna go ahead and make sure my other computer's turned on so I can see the engagement. My fault. I should do this before I air it. But what up, you motherfuckers? It's goddamn Sunday. Happy motherfucking Sunday to y'all people. My name is Danny Keith, father, filmmaker, creator. You know what I'm saying? And today I'm about to be chopping it up with y'all for another 10 minutes as promised. This is my 2023 content challenge. Y'all already know that. And if you're listening on the podcast network, your network, I appreciate the love. YouTube, thank you for the love. And Facebook, thank you for the love. Y'all really been showing a lot of love on the Facebook and Instagram. Um, but today I wanted to talk about like some of my thought process when I was starting this journey. If I'm being honest with y'all, I had a lot of fear about starting this journey and a lot of fear about sharing my story, and today I want to kind of talk about some of those things because, one of the things that I wrote down was like, um, when is the right time to deal with your problems? When is the right time to deal with your trauma? When is the right time to deal with your story and your identity? When is the right time? And then on top of that, like, okay, let's say it is the right time. How much time do you give yourself and how much time does it take? Um, and I think these are just my thoughts that I was thinking about because it was like, yo, if I'm opening up about my trauma and about, my past, um, that's tearing up a wound and it needs time to heal. So how much time is the right time to deal with this shit? Was really my thought process, if I'm being honest with y'all. Um, and it kind of goes to that. It's like, Brother Luck always used to tell me, like, yo, sharing your story of impacts other people. And I think that that's something that I really am trying to deal with in my brain is like, okay, let's say I got healing from sharing my story. Let's say I receive healing from sharing my story, but that's actually causing, what I'm saying, it could cause other things to tear down. Now, is that my fault? Should I be hesitant about this? So I have a lot of fear in sharing my story in that regards too, because it not only impacts me, it impacts everybody that, you know, it, it impacts a lot more people than just me. Everybody in my circle that, at the end of the day, what am I trying to get to? Are connected to me in one way or another. So it's not just my story. You know what I'm saying? It's other people's story too. And that's why I wrote down my notes. It's like, yo, sharing some of your past, sharing some of your trauma, is not just your story. And that's the part where I was struggling with. Okay, um, if it's not just my stories, other people's stories, should I be thinking about the consequences or the cause and effect to other people? And honestly, like it's still something that I'm thinking through. You know what I'm saying? I gotta turn my phone on silent. That's way too loud. Or just turn it on off of Bluetooth so it's not coming through here. Um, you know what I'm saying? So that was really what I was thinking about. Another thing was I really didn't want to share my story when I was in a how do I say this? I didn't want to share my story when I wasn't rich yet. And what is rich? You know what I mean? I think that that's debatable because I'm like rich in like my I'm rich in a lot of other ways besides financial. But like money was a thing. Like I wanted to be in a better position money wise before I go not airing out my story because it's not airing it out. I guess it might be, but it's like, yo, revealing to the world my story and my trauma and my life journey. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? My trauma, even with love, like man, love is such a topic of trauma that I wrote down and or a part of my story, which is love. And it's like, yo, when I was when I was growing up, like I had such a terrible idea of what love is or was. And like there's a little fear in sharing that story too about, like yo, I hurt a lot of people. I hurt a lot of people and I acted like wild. And it's people can grow from it. And I'm not saying that I didn't, but there's a little bit of like, yo, I'm ashamed of who I was. You know what I'm saying? So there's a little bit of fear in sharing my story in that nature too. It's like, damn, like I didn't have, and it's so funny the way that I'm gonna just be honest, like the way that God works is like I really cheated on every woman that I was ever with up until my baby mama. And then like literally like that's the way that it works. It's like the one person that I hate to say it, but like, you know what I'm saying? The one person that I don't know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like I probably deserved what I probably deserve where I'm at. And there's a little fear in sharing that too. It's like, yo, I probably deserve it from all the things that not in this relationship, maybe there's some things in a relationship, but like from all the things that I did in my past, I could probably say, yo, I probably deserve that shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's a little fear in that. Um, Another thing that I wrote down was like, yo, owning my flaws and owning my past. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certainly a little bit of fear in that too. Is like, yo, like I said, I'm not proud of who I was. I'm not proud of what I did. I'm not proud of my thought process. And I mean, I had great guidance, but like I was just way off course. If you know what I'm trying to say, like I was a lost goddamn soul. And there's a little bit of like you know, fear in dealing with my flaws in my past. So there we go. That's all my fears. My fear of that. Hey, my story impacts other people's story. My childhood trauma. Like, what am I holding on to? And and that was a big part of like this whole moment in time that I'm trying to capture in this content is basically like capturing all of these things that I was going through. You know what I'm saying? And and at the end of the day, let me keep going through it. Like my trauma with identity. Identity is such a big thing that, I'm about to be 32 here in a couple days, and it's like, I struggle with my identity for a lot of my upbringing. Like I struggle with my identity probably from, I honestly might say from 10 to 30. Like from 10 to 30, I struggle with my identity. And it wasn't until, recently when I learned a lot about my actual identity that I understood and found peace within that. Anyways, my fear sharing all these stories about love and like my journey with that. Like, yo, that shit is kind of crazy to think about it. Like, and I still have love for a lot of people, but I did learn a lot and I still have a lot to learn. Anyways, let me get off of that one. So let me just kind of go through it. Like the end thing that I wanna wrap up here with is like, yo, this is therapeutic for me to just talk about this shit. Y'all don't understand that. Yes, I'm doing this 365 days of content, 10 minutes just talking to the people, but like me doing this is therapeutic for me to like get shit out, get it out in the world, for me to get it off my chest, for me to process these things because I this is life and we all go through it, but like we all process things differently. And if I can either write it or if I can speak it, I feel a lot better about one, talking about it, and two, I feel like it's therapeutic for me to just go through this process. And at the end of the day, yeah, I still have a lot of these fears. I still haven't figured this shit out. I'm just addressing it. And I think that was when, in November, when I realized, yo, I have all this stacked up trauma, all this stacked up stress on me. And like, yo, I wanted to speak to a therapist. And like at the end of the day, I realized like, yo, it's therapy for me to just go through the motions. It's therapy for me to, and maybe I might talk to a therapist. I'm not saying it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? When I reached out to talk to a therapist at that time, I couldn't even get in the room with them. And anyways, that's another topic for another day. But the reason why I'm sharing this is because yes, I get on this camera. Yes, a lot of people look at me like, yo, you can do this, you do this, you inspire me. But like, yo, I have a lot of fear. I have a lot of motherfucking fear as I'm doing this. I got a lot of fear about, yo, I almost cried. Ooh, I caught myself. Like, I got a lot of fear about like what I'm going through. And I know a lot of you motherfuckers are going through the same shit. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why we doing this motherfucking podcast. That's why I'm here with y'all sharing this stuff with you, because you know what I'm saying, if you going through this, you're not alone, motherfucker. I swear to God, a lot of people are going through the same shit. Brother Luck always says that other people are just better at hiding it than you. And you know what I'm saying? I've been hiding this shit my whole life. Woo, that's deep, man. I love y'all motherfuckers. God damn, this is another episode. You know what I'm saying? Day what? 15. We ain't gonna stop, man. Y'all just gonna get a whole lot more of this. I love y'all. My birthday's in a couple days. I will have a merch launch on my birthday. You can visit my brand new site at that time. That's what we doing, man. I'm promoting this shit. These are my old t-shirts, Danny Keefe t-shirts. Good morning, motherfuckers. This launched on my birthday last year. So this year has a different launch, different merch, and we just taking a different approach to this. You know what I'm saying? I promise to God, man, this has been so rewarding to me going through these 15 days that I pray and I know that it's rewarding to someone else out there that finds value in this type of shit, because ain't nobody gonna keep it raw. Ain't nobody gonna keep it real like me. And I promise to God that I'm the most authentic motherfucker that you ever gonna meet, because I can't change who I am. I can only grow. I promise y'all motherfuckers, that's my time. I'm out this bitch. I got work to do. Peace. Peace. Peace.